You might want to move your body parts to explore what has been released from you, what has come up for you. And thank the blessings of Dr. Pillai for waking your soul up to stay focused and grab on to this goddess energy. It's so precious, and it is you. It's your birthright to receive this energy, this power that is available all the time. But especially in the coming weeks, you're going to really connect with it. So she'll be with you forever thereafter. In your awareness, anytime you call on her, she'll be there. So for those of you who need to go, thank you for joining. And we will see you next time. God bless you this week. You can listen to the rest of the recording. It'll be posted to the blog or to the YouTube channel on Pillai Center Practice Room. So those of you who are going to stay, this is part of the call and Power Time practice where we will share our experiences maybe during the meditation. If you have any questions about what was shared during the discussion, then we definitely can have a lively conversation. So I'll just unmute the line here so that people who are on Zoom, you can just scroll your cursor over the screen and then a microphone icon will come up and it will allow you to click on it and ask your question, share your experience. For those of you who are on the phone, press *6 if you would like to say something. And then if you're on chat, you can post your message on chat. Hello, Goddess Indrani.
Hello, can you hear me okay?
I can. It's a little bit like you're in a tin can.
I'll try and get closer to the microphone. I really just wanted to share about my experience during this meditation just now because it was really amazing. Oops, they're really amazing. In that I've had a really tough couple of weeks, especially at work. And I kind of was at the point where I was thinking that, you know, maybe I just can't manifest anymore. Maybe my manifestation thing has broken because I've always been really strong at manifesting, you know, and taking into account, you know, timing, divine timing, everything like that. So when we started the meditation just now, and you said to invite the goddess in, and it was at the very beginning or towards the beginning or something like that. What came to me was the Virgin Mary, and particular, I'm so moved, I just want to cry because my experience in particular with Mother Mary in the last 4 or 5 years has been so profound. And when she came to me in this meditation just now, it took away all that, you know, upset and angst that I've had or been holding on to over the last 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. And I'm just really grateful for that. But then what also happened was, and it was towards the end of the meditation, I think, I'm not sure, when you did the Hun Fat with the goddess who I'm not familiar with, what came to me was that I don't have to worry about if my manifestations will come true, because they will. I just don't have to worry about it. I'm sorry, I'm so moved by the whole thing. So yes, it was a very powerful meditation.
Indrani, thank you so much for sharing. And it is something that it's our birthright to not have to worry, to know that the goddess is going to take care. And everything that is coming up for you needs to be dispelled. It's like in life, we have to zip our mouth in work. We have to zip our mouth when we're talking to people because we might offend them or we might offend ourselves, or there's some negative energy that's being spun around in us day in and day out. And we have to push it down and push it down and push it down. And then when the goddess comes in at this particular window of time, where it's time. You've got to let go. Otherwise, you're going to be a steam cooker and you're going to blow it all up. And we can't do that. We've worked so hard to get where we're at in our lives. And we don't want to throw out the baby with the bathwater, so to speak. So what we want to do is we want to throw out that immature energy that says we are humans and we are limited and we don't know what to do. That may be true. That is one truth, but it's only this big. The goddess energy is infinite. It is massive. It is huge, and it is overflowing. And so when you shared about the Mother Mary coming to you, you know, it reminded me of that Beatles song, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be. Just let yourself be who you are, which is like a baby. We're so vulnerable. We don't want to make mistakes, but we know we're going to. So we have to let that just be. Let it go. Let it be out of us. And then bring in the goddess. And that hum fat is a sound that is like a nuclear explosion. So all of our cells have a nucleus. That is the center where all the operations of the cell take place, growth, and then also cleanup takes place in there too. There's like a little city inside of each of our little community inside of each and every one of our cells. So we have trillions and trillions of cells. Now, who runs those cells is the goddess. So she's going to be busy doing everything. So all we need to do is let go. So let the tears show you that it's a tsunami wave that has just happened with Varahi, the goddess that you aren't familiar with. Varahi is a goddess who will just destroy that which we cannot root out on our own. It's too exhausting to have to be bombarded with negativity and hold on to that in our aura, in our being. So she came in and just hum fat. So you, even if you don't remember anything from this meditation, this week you say the sounds H-O-O-M, whom, and then P-H-A-T, whom fat. Even saying it, I'm on fire. There's so much heat coming in. So it has the ability to destroy the negativity that's bombarding our trillions and trillions of cells in our brain, in our body, in our subtle body, in all realms, that is blocking us from the goddess. So she is no nonsense. So you're going to feel this power and energy to just hand it over to her and she will do it. You just keep doing what you're doing, Indrani, and the goddess will come in and destroy all the negativity. And in 2 weeks, you're going to feel like a whole different person because you've been waiting and waiting for this time, this window of time. All of us have.
And certainly I'm really appreciative of being given the opportunity to release it all and to allow the goddess into me. And actually I know that the goddess is me and I am the goddess and the goddess is outside of me and all that. I certainly know all of that, but I really felt like during this meditation that I was reminded of who I am. You know, like the goddess that I am, the God that's in me, you know, and it's one of those things that I certainly never overlook in any of my, you know, interactions with people, is that there's God in them, there's God in me, we are all God, right? So even the people that bug me, that I can't stand being around, that annoy me, all that stuff, I recognize that there's karma between us and that there's, you know, the God in them. And the other thing that I don't want to overlook also is that throughout the meditation as well, this was what was quite profound as well as, you know, releasing all this emotion, but also what came to me was actions to further my manifestation. So like, this is where I've been struggling the last 5-6 weeks with thinking there's nothing that I can do. There's really nothing that I can do, you know, to have my manifestation happen, to have it all be realized, to have my wishes and my dreams wanting to, you know, be developed and grow and everything like that. But this meditation gave the space, I think, the room, and to allow those ideas, those thoughts to start to come back to me rather than being trapped in all of the emotion of it all.
That's what it is. We spend so much energy trapping. We have to keep that emotion
Like
under
holding it in.
control. Yeah.
Yeah, trying to hold it in for so long. Yeah.
Right. And so then, and it's like on the spiritual path, people think, oh, well, God is just going to take care. Yes, God does care, or Goddess does care, but we also have to take the action. So look at your life, and maybe moving forward, Indrani and everyone else, just take your baby steps now. You know, get back to your baby steps and feel the joy in you accomplishing just one thing a day, and then build on that. And then you will feel the goddess in you. And just like a baby, you will have this innocence, this newness, this divinity, because babies aren't too far from heaven, right? Too long ago, they're just babies, a few months or a couple of years considered as a baby. So in our life, when we get to that point where we've just popped our cork, you know, all that stuff is out now in the space. Now take steps towards cleaning that up. So how you clean it up is not through like, you know, hard work. You put the goddess there. You just keep saying, goddess, you have to do it. You have to show me what's doable. And then you will, like a mother would with the child, oh, keep doing it, keep doing it. That's great. So keep telling yourself to go back to what your dreams were and start taking steps towards manifesting those dreams. And all of a sudden you'll just be doing it, and then you'll already have manifested, and you won't know, oh, when did I start manifesting? Manifesting is you're making it to happen, and God is with you hand in hand. So you've got Mother God, Father God, and one on each hand, taking you through your baby steps.
Yeah, great. That's great. That's all I wanted to share about, and just to also thank you and thank Baba also for this opportunity to participate in this really powerful call on a weekly basis.
Oh, thank you, Indrani, and it's a pleasure and an honor to be of service and support. And it's great to hear that Dr. Pillai is coming through. So because this is a sign of a great spiritual master, he will just come through and he will work on our soul, and he knows what to clean up. He's the dispeller of darkness, so he knows what our darkness is. He knows what all our emotions are, what is pent up inside of us, and he wants us to get out of that. It's hell. So we want to get out of the dark and get the light back in, so we feel lighter. Do you feel lighter now, Indrani?
I do, and I tell you the thing I think that's the most inspiring about this, something that I always think to myself is that, you know, good always triumphs over evil, darkness, or light always triumphs over dark. I love the idea of just being the light rather than, you know, having to do anything else, whether it means have a conversation with somebody or get to the bottom of something or anything. No, no, no. I'd rather just be the light. I'm
Yeah.
really inspired by that.
Oh, good. That's great. Well, I hope that you're a big, huge spotlight.
Thank you.
Shine, baby, shine.
Thank you.
Thanks, Indrani. God bless. So yeah, for Indrani, the Mother Mary showed up. So for other people, maybe the goddess showed up. Maybe a god showed up, but they have their goddess energy inside of them. So that can be appearing to you. So people are sharing on the chat that they've had a great healing, a lot of power, a lot of energy, wonderful release of mistakes and wrongdoings to make room for the replacement manifestation. So that's been shared on the chat as well. Someone is saying, I love Hum Fat. And Hum Fat is so easy. It's like, and then you go, Hum Fat. You know, and you can say it, and there's an emotion that gets created with those sounds. You don't say, whom fat, oh, whom fat. It's like, no, you got to say it with power and energy. You got to say, whom fat, you know, so it gives that ability, or it gives you permission to release that congested negative energy that's pushing down and is going to be like a pressure cooker situation. So we want to, as Dr. Pillai says, we don't want to make our mind to be you know, overriding us. We don't want to be a slave to it. We want to make it our slave, you know. So we, our highest selves, will get the mind under control, because the mind is a monkey. It will just jump from emotion to emotion. It will forget that it is divine love. It's the light of God, the grace of God, goddess, and it's inside of us. It's not something only outside that we have to seek somewhere. We can log on to it. We can plug into it like a big power source. That inside of us, in our trillions and trillions of cells, from head to toe, the goddess is there. So imagine her doing spring cleaning in each of your tiny, tiny little cells. And what's in our cells as well? Our DNA. And we share our DNA with our ancestors. So Adi Amavasya is a new moon coming up in the month of Adi, which is mid-July to mid-August. It is a powerful new moon. So there's 3 or 4 very powerful new moons in the year that you can get a lot of blessings from your ancestors. So again, people might be feeling that everything is like a pressure. It's like a weight and a pressure. It's heavy. And it's because your karma is coming. The planets are giving a lot of pressure. They're tense. They're in tense positions in the chart and in the sky. So they're beaming this intelligence into the earth plane as we're revolving around the sun with these planets. So as we're going around, we're getting this pull, this ping, or bombardment of critical energy that's coming in. It's overwhelming. We don't know how to talk planet. So we know a couple of sounds to propitiate the planets, to appease them, to tune into them. We can do pujas and participate in services that are offered through Pillai Center or Astrovik, because that will help to make that energy to be more of a dance versus a battle going on. We don't understand what's going on. So get in tune with the planets, get in tune with the goddess energy, and then also with the ancestor energy, because the ancestors, even though they're gone, they don't have the physical body, but they are pinging our genes. They're pinging our DNA. So they are still saying, hey, think these thoughts. As Dr. Pillai says, we think our brain thinks. We only think from our brain, or grab on to thoughts and process it through our brain. Our genes think, and they pump thoughts. So a lot of us will be having a heads up. If you feel excessively hungry, then there might be a hungry spirit, or they call it a hungry ghost, and because you can't see it and it's haunting you, and you're just eating for no reason. And then you're emotional. So they're saying, oh, well, it's just emotional eating. I'll just eat and then I'll go on a diet in a couple weeks. Just know that ahead of this couple weeks or a month, you're going to be experiencing all these energies. So prepare yourself as best you can, and then be taking the proper actions. Otherwise, then you know what it is to overeat, or you get off your diet, or you want to go drink, you want to drink alcohol or smoke cigarettes, or you want to be around people who do that. Why? Because the ancestors are pumping that intelligence into you. It's not high intelligence. It's like, you guys aren't here anymore. So go up to the high realms, go get blessed up there. And then when you're blessed and you're in heaven and you can do whatever you want there, and you don't need all those things that you thought were fun here, and you keep wanting to do it through me or my family members, why don't you bless us instead? And they will say, yeah, absolutely. I'm totally blissed out. I'm drunken with divine love. I have this ambrosia in me. So I'll pour it into all you guys. And that's what you'll feel. So ancestors, planets, past lives, all this karma is going to come up. But as Indrani had shared, it can be in a meditation where it gets released. Shweta, Goddess Shweta. Would you like to share? Your hand is up.
Unmute myself. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Oh, look at you, goddess.
Uh,
So nice to see
Hi,
you.
I'm getting into the practice of doing video too now, so.
You look awesome.
Thank you. Thank you once again for an amazing hour or of the meditation and things. So I wanted to share something about Humfat this week. Felt like before my Darpanam practice, I felt moved to chant Humfat. And I do it with the clapping. I think at some point you may have guided us around that. So I feel like I can't just say Humfat, I have to clap when saying it. So like you were saying, you know, you don't just say Humfat, but I gotta clap and say Humfat. So I felt I did that before Darpanam this week, and that felt really good because the other week I was not feeling like motivated or to do Darpanam. Like I was just like, I'll think about it. I did it mentally, but I didn't feel like doing the act of it, which I didn't, but I mentally thought of, I did a mental Darpanam, whatever that means, but, or helps with. So yeah, I didn't know, you know, so that was an interesting experience that I felt guided to do. And I did it because I felt like it came. So, yes, I just kind of wanted to share that. I didn't know if you had any like perspectives on that. So yeah.
Yeah, it's great that you're sharing that, Goddess Shweta, and it's an indicator. So people say they come to the teachings of Dr. Pillai and they get involved in all these courses and oh my God, all these mantras now and all these free videos and all those updated mantras and meditations. Which one do I do when? And that is the power and the energy behind the time. So anytime that a mantra comes to you, like Hum Fat is coming to you ahead of the time. So it's saying, you use Hum Fat to be that tsunami that just wipes out, gives you a fresh, clean slate of energy, and then you will be lightness. You'll be that goddess that you need to be in your life, and you'll look at life with a fresh, clean energy. You'll be light, enlightened, and you'll feel lightness of being. So it could be that you are grabbing onto Hum Fat, or Hum Fat is grabbing your attention and saying, like you said, like Hum Fat, and you're smacking that energy, like you're crushing that, you know, that negative energy, like a bug or a mosquito would come and they were just ready to bite you and take the blood out of you and maybe give you malaria or some disease, right? And it's like serious business. You know, you're in the jungle and you're like, Hum Fat. You know, sorry, you got to go because you're a demon, you know. So that's what it is. So any mantra that comes, just do it because it is the being that is trying to get into your consciousness, into your energy field that will help you to clear the way. And then you can do your practices with more grace and ease and peace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's great. Like it feel the Darpanam had a different feeling and connection to it than I've had before. So, you know, if it naturally happens again, I'm going to keep doing it. I just felt it added an extra layer of support, if you may call it, for the ancestors. I mean, for myself, obviously, for sure, because it's my practice and my path, but it just felt like the ancestors could just, if they're attached in different ways, like they can like just time jump themselves, I guess. I don't know if you would.
Absolutely. The goddess is in the ancestral realm. So the goddess energy is there saying, you just got help from your descendant.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, no, it's great. I mean, like it feels, I feel more excited to do the practice too.
Awesome.
I love Humfat.
Oh, good, good. Well, you're
like
going to
even sitting in traffic, if I'm driving, and here in New York City, we get a lot of that. And so anytime, you know, I try to, even practically, right, and simple things, it saves me time, right? If I'm in traffic or looking for parking, I'm just like, boom, fighting for that too. So.
Oh, good, good.
So thank you for sharing Humfat with us. And I think it's part of the protection mantra too, right? So the longer version, and then there's the other versions as well. But I love that it's just humfat, and I don't have to go. I don't do the whole protection mantra all the time. So yeah, so it's very practical and doable.
Oh, good. Well, thank you
Yeah.
so much for sharing, Shweta.
Yeah, and I think the other thing, there are a few other things that came up, but some of them I don't remember while you were speaking earlier. But the other one is when you were talking about your T-shirt, and I noticed, because, you know, it's Saturn, so I also coordinate my colors of the days of the week, right, to track that vibration. Just yogic, Ayurvedic stuff and what I've learned, but also with our app. In our app, they also recommend lucky colors. So I've been trying to use some of that. And so you were talking about shining. So I realized my shirt says,
shine like a diamond.
Yeah, it's like one of my favorite shirts. So.
I love that shirt. I love that shirt.
Yeah, so I just wanted to share. I hope everyone can shine like diamonds, because we're all diamonds and goddesses. And within, may you be gendered male or female, it doesn't matter. So yeah, so wishing everyone to shine like diamonds.
Oh, that's sweet. Thank you so much, Shweta.
You're welcome. And I had another quick technical question. I've been trying to go deeper into the Astroved calendar and the uses of it. So what I focus on my star birth, my nakshatra days. You know, so earlier this month I was kind of scanning the month and where my birth star days was, and one box that I've noticed more now than before, because I didn't want to learn everything at once. I don't believe in getting totally constipated in this way. So it said my nakshatra is Purvabhadrapada. So it said it rules. And so I didn't know if you had any simple teaching on that, of when it says the star and then when it says rules.
Yeah, so
just its name, you know, like just its name.
yeah, so the birth star is something that we have. It's the star quality that is sitting with our moon, the constellation that our moon is sitting in when we're born. So we have this star quality. So if the star is ruling, or if it says rules that day, it's that whole day. Normally a star constellation will straddle half of a day or part of a day, or maybe just a little end of the day and then go into the next day. But if it's saying that it's ruling that whole 24-hour period. So you're opening up a door to yourself, to your starlight, to that diamond shining inside of you. So for that 24-hour period, or a little bit more or less in some cases, you can really get immersed in that for the whole time. So when you're sleeping, when you're awake, it will be pumping energy into you, intelligence into you. And you have the same star as Dr. Pillai. So no wonder you're the bright star that you are, and shining all your light, because that energy of Purvabhadrapada means to bring up the light, bring up intelligence, bring up education, educate the soul, and then do that for everyone, including yourself. So God bless you, Shweta.
Thank you. Yeah, and on July 31st, I'm just looking at the calendar now, which is that day, and it's fourth moon rules as well. And it's Sankatara Chaturthi. I don't know what's
Shankatahara Chaturthi. That is moon for Ganesha, fourth moon.
Ganesha. Oh wow! So it's July 31st. Yeah. So cool.
That's a power time.
Yeah, and it's Tuesday, so it's a Muruga day too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm gonna clear my day for that day. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, it will clear it for you if you don't.
Right. True. Exactly. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shweta. Nice to see you.
Likewise, you.
Okay, God bless. Lars, did you want to share something?
Not really.
Hi, Lars.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm okay. Vacation.
Still on vacation. Awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be some weeks now. So school is out. So it's back at work in August. So
Nice.
I got this part-time job at school. So I have to manage to get more. But,
Lars, you're cutting in and out. Your voice is breaking.
yeah.
Your voice is breaking, Lars. Can you go to somewhere where the Wi-Fi is good?
Yeah, I'm.
Oh. I'm not sure, Lars. We're not able to hear you now. So maybe if you want to try to find a place where there's better connection, or you can post your comment or question to the chat. But come back. So someone is saying Varahi is invoked for her protection and wish fulfillment blessings. Varahi is the boar-faced archetype who is also hailed as Dandanata Devi, Dandanata Devi, one who holds the staff of justice. And she can destroy the evil forces that obstruct your progress in life and paralyze your external and internal enemies. So that's very important, right? We don't even know that our self-talk is an enemy towards ourself. So she will bore that out. She will just dive in there and root it out. So that wisdom can flow. So wisdom isn't intelligence like academic intelligence. Yeah, wisdom is all of a sudden this incredible intelligence that is just there, and you feel it, and then you feel divine because of it. And you will only know it and when you experience it. When you go through something and you experience it, like Indrani shared and Shweta shared, and everyone is sharing here on chat, is that you have to experience it yourself. You have to have that physical, mental, emotional, spiritual experience. You're a holistic approach to the goddess is that way, where you feel her boring out the negativity, rooting it out, fatting it, and then bringing those holes now where everything negative or dark is released now is shining with light. So that's the light of grace of God, the wisdom, the divinity in all of us. So according to the sacred text, Brahmananda Parana, invoking goddess Varahi can destroy your sorrows, grant wealth and virtues, and bless you with rewards for right actions. So as long as we take one little baby step towards our manifestation, because manifesting is the goddess. Everything that's in our environment is the goddess. So when we make it, materialize it, we are actually honoring her to make it appear. So we have to take an action to make it appear. So a thought is an action. So just have the right thoughts and then the action will follow. The goddess will push that more and more towards you. She'll take 1,000 steps towards you if you take one little baby step. So this is the upcoming Astraved Homa. There's a link there. Also, Pillai Center has it as well. So you can participate in that. So thanks, Bish, for sharing that. I believe that was you. I have the Goddess Wisdom program. However, it doesn't have the same goddesses that are coming up. Is there another program or YouTube with Dr. Pillai chanting their seed sounds or hymns? ST, there are 2 goddess courses in Pillai Center Academy. However, you can use the Goddess Wisdom program, because those are secretive goddesses that unfold just like you do. You have different hats that you wear. So if the goddess wisdom is in you, then you can just say, during those 9 nights, you can do the 9 nights of the goddess, and then the wisdom that is going to come through, or the chants or the mantras, the practices, whatever the message is from the goddess during those 9 nights. If you're doing the Goddess Wisdom program, those secretive sounds will unlock the energy of the goddesses of the day, or of those 9 days. So you won't necessarily get the mantras anywhere unless Dr. Pillai has done an actual program on that, which I don't believe he has to this point, to the best of my knowledge, that he hasn't shared it with the public anyways. And he has shared components of Varahi, like different aspects of her, or different aspects of the 9 nights coming up. But this is, again, it's the divine saying to Dr. Pillai, you can give this out to the public now. So we're going to be testing the waters to see if we can resonate with this. So the more people who join or participate in these services, then you're bringing that intelligence into the earth plane collectively, because we can do it. We can participate and make that to happen. And even if you can't afford to do it, just participate with your knowledge about it. So however you practice attuning to the goddess, then you will get those blessings, because it's not from an intellectual, like an academic perspective, or philosophical or traditional perspective, a theoretical. It's a being. We're at the golden age where we got to be with all this, because there isn't enough time in a lifetime to study all of it. You know, we would waste so much of our life force energy when we can just go text message, hey goddess, I need you. Zing. That's why technology is like that. Zing, text message. Our prayer is done. We've said a couple of words or a few emojis. We just put a little emoji. You don't even have to say words. And it says a million things, right? And it exudes an energy, good or bad, right? We want to always have good energy going out there. Even if we're joking around and we're rolling our eyes, it's saying something to us internally. There's a lot of other emojis you can choose from. So just even watch your texting to one another, or Skyping or Zooming, whatever you're doing. Those emojis are telling you seriously what it is that's going on inside of you. And you catch yourself and go, oh, delete that before I send it. Because I don't want that going out into the space. That's a text message that goes out into the ether. And that's going to land on someone. And yeah, they may understand you're joking, but if it has a connotation where there's sarcasm or there's some poisonous energy, and you're just joking, but it can harm you. You're just releasing it into the ether. So it's going to, guess what? It's going to come back like a boomerang. And even though it was just like zing, it's bang, it hits you, you know? So that's why you got to be saying hum fat so it can bounce off. Because whatever we put out in our thoughts, they're going to come back to us if it's not going to be supporting another human being or a situation. Now we're all human and it's going to happen anyways. So that's why you want to call on the goddess and say, I'm going to be a silly nut and I'm going to make tons of mistakes. However, with more awareness, more alertness, I'm going to just hum fat it all, you know? Or I'm going to call on the goddess to do my mantras and so on. Build that goddess energy, that goddess love, the goddess who wants everyone to get along and to feel the love of the divine growing and growing inside of each and every one, and also in the whole world collectively. We want to feel divine love. We want to soak it up. We want to drink it up. So we're drunk on divine love. not spaced out, but we just are overflowing with joy, overflowing with happiness. We can't even think a negative thought. We can't even send out a joke, a bad joke or a sarcasm. It's just, it's poison. So you'll catch yourself. Now, don't be too analytical and then think, oh, I feel so bad. And then you go in that spiral, right? We all make mistakes, but with text messages and so on, you make them that much faster, and the effects are that much more. So catch yourself. Watch what that little unit is doing, because that's what's going on inside of you. So pump out good thoughts, send angels, send hearts and all the rest during these 9 nights, and people will respond to you in a whole new way. They will just be like, wow, you're so full of love. I didn't know that side of you. Then they will start sending it, and you're going, ha, ha, I never thought I would see a bear hug from that person, right? So we're in a time of the human evolution where we have all this technology. We ought to bring the God and the goddess to this technology. So like Dr. Pillai shares, is to bring science and technology together. So we have spiritual science, we have the earth plane science and technology. So we want to use the tech, the high tech with the high tech, keeping it high without getting high on drugs. We can have the love drug. That's the best, because in the end, so the beginning, you're loved, you're embraced when you come into the world. Even if it only is for a short period of time. That's how we enter. Then we exit. We are embraced. Whatever happens in between, we forget about it all. Or we have moments of it, or whatever goes on. So at the end, when the person is dying and they say, what is the meaning of life? It's all about love. It's all about having been loved, having loved yourself, having been loved, and then loving others. That's it. That's the whole meaning of life, is love. So we don't know what that is, and we just keep doing our spiritual practices because that will be the goddess teaching us. If we haven't learned it from anywhere else, and we're looking around in our life and we don't see it, we're not feeling the love, then you have to ask the goddess to keep, pulling us up and making us to feel love, and making us to feel honored, and honoring others and loving others. Put that into play. All we need is love. La, 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 la. All you need is love. Love is all you need. It's a Beatles kind of day. So, any other questions or comments? Maybe we want to get on with our day. The goddess wants us to get on with our day. It's a Saturday, so get cleaning out those closets, right? Please do. You'll be supported. You'll have the energy. You'll have the focus. You'll want to do it. So use your day, every day, wisely. And then on Sunday, you can actually just enjoy the sun, rest. Bring in the spiritual energy. The sun represents the soul. So it's no mistake that the sun was the time to rest and make your spiritual energy to come in and fill up your cup, because the rest of the week as it rolls out, you're going to be busy. So make sure that you, in the next coming days, and also during those 9 nights, even if you don't know anything about it, you can just remember that you are the goddess is in you, the goddess is in everyone. And just, it's time to clean out everything and just take it to the curb. Take it to the roadside, and then the garbage guys will come, the trash guys will come and pick it up. You don't have to say, okay, pick this up. No, maybe I'll keep this garbage. You don't sort it out anymore. You just don't analyze it. Just put it out, and then someone will take it, because that's what they're there to do. So let the goddess do that for you. She's going to take it out. You just let it go. And then that's how you'll get through it a lot easier, because she also gives you the energy and the strength and the power. She's Shakti. So Hum Fat and Shakti energy are the final messages or whatever is coming through, because I never have an agenda. Get your calendar, get your AstroVed calendar, get the Hora Watch, the app that will tell you every hour who's coming in. That, and it's coming through a mantra. You'll hear Dr. Pillai's voice speaking the mantra or singing the mantra of the planet, and then you will be able to monitor what your emotions are, how you feel, because that's what you want to know. What divine being is coming now? What am I doing during this hour? Who is surrounding me during this hour? How do I talk to that? How do those qualities come through me as I do my work, or I do my meditations or my practices? What is supporting me? What isn't supporting me? You will just feel it. You will know it. You will be with it. And then as you do it more and more, you hear every hour the god or the goddess coming in, and then you can start to read about it. And then you just take it in bite-sized pieces, little steps, and you will feel, oh, I love that hour. Or, oh my God, I couldn't wait for that hour to be over. And if it is either or, talk to the god, talk to the goddess, talk to the planetary being. How? By the mantra. That is them. They are the mantra. So mantra means to protect your mind from being bombarded by your human thoughts, and bring in the goddess, or bring it up to the surface. Anant Ray is saying, funny, I woke up a few days back feeling I needed a massive clear out of my home. Thanks for confirming. I'm in tune with creation. Home Shri Razi Hum Fat. And that's what it is that this is going on. So just know that you're naturally, when you're in a natural alignment, you are going to naturally be doing the things that you need to do with grace and ease. So the divine is going to push you in the direction where you're going down the stream. Life is but a dream, you know. So you're going merrily, merrily down the stream. You're not getting caught up in all the whirlwinds and all the eddies and the rocks and the rapids smashing up, and finally going down the waterfalls and, you know, losing it. Am I gonna live? And then you do, and you're like, oh man, I don't want to go through another river like that again. But this is the river of life. This is the ride that we're on. So ask the goddess, that river of life inside of you, to not make it to be so rough. Or if you want rough and tumble, then you will be prepared for her. So God bless you all. God bless those people who have family members who are in surgery, or there are you know, illnesses in the family. And also those people who have had parents or anyone in their life who's close to them has passed away. This is a time where you might see that, everyone. You might experience that around you, maybe in your own life. So we'll all ask the goddess to take those souls and to make sure that they get to go to that next level of evolution. Do your tarpanam. Every day, please do it like brushing your teeth. It should be a no-brainer. You know, we don't even think about brushing our teeth anymore. We just do it. It's not a big deal. We just do it. We'll say, oh God, I gotta brush my teeth. You know, we'll say that every now and then, but most times we won't. We'll just do it. So do your tarpanam like that, because you're gonna do yourself a world of good, and also other worlds of the ancestors. And then they will come and bless your whole family, because your family's not going to listen to you. No one is going to listen to you. But you can do something to get the god or the goddess or the ancestors to go in behind the scenes and do it for you. So welcome to all of those of you who have joined Power Time Practice for the first time. I hope that you will continue to join us, and everyone else who has been on this journey with us week to week, month to month, year to year. It's always fabulous to have you here. And we're together, collectively, we're going to burst open the gates of heaven so that it can come into the earth plane, because no need to die. We just want heaven on earth. That's what we're all here to do. And you can join in the fun and have it here right now. So God bless you all, and we will see you next time. Namaste.